I'm live. All right. Hey, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? We've got a few more people on than usual. I'm really excited, guys. Tonight is the last night of our Top Earner Biz Builder Blitz. And everybody's been really kicking some butt, rocking out the content. I know this week, all week, I've just done presenting. That's all I've been doing. I did one video, and then the rest I've just presenting live. So that's been my content for the day. So it's been a really busy week, and I'm really, really excited because this actually is the last hangout we will be doing for the Top Earner Blitz. So we'll continue the tribe and all of that stuff. I like the idea that we, continue that and share content in there and share everybody else's content. I think that's a really, really great way for people to, get more shares, get more likes, and all of that stuff. I'm doing awesome, Donna. How are you? It's good to see you. So I'm definitely going to keep that group open. We'll keep it flowing. If anybody wants to join it, just let me know. We'll put you in there, and that will be like our tribe group. I used to have one on Skype, but I decided not to use that anymore, so we won't be using that, and we're going to use the Facebook group. So with that, guys, today we're going to talk about monetization. So I'm going to go into basically showing you where the money is at, where the money is in your business. So monetization might be a little bit of a foreign term, or it might be a term that you hear a lot, but you're just not really sure what it is. So just let me explain. Monetization is basically making money. So where you're making money in your business is monetizing. It's actually turning profits into your marketing. So actually all the marketing that you've done with the content, the mailing of your list and all of that stuff, that's all great, but now it's time to make some money, right? So I'm going to show you some places where you can improve so that way you're making more money in your business. So we'll be going over a lot more money talk tonight. So just a couple things as far as activities go for making money in your business. Now you know you have to do the content. That's your marketing, getting your marketing out there, right? And then you know you have to be building relationships. And honestly, that's where the money is. When you're building relationships and trust with your list, your followers, and all that stuff. You see, most people when they initially follow you, let's say they follow you on Instagram. I always get asked this. People are like, "Well, is that a lead if they follow me?" No, I mean it kind of is. It's a list, right? But it's a very cold list. Okay? So it's your job to monetize by warming them up and turning them into a hot lead, right? So now when you get them actually to opt in into your capture page, now they become a hot lead. That's when the magic begins to happen, and that's when the money starts to flow. Now, I don't want you to hold your breath because you're probably looking at, I would say you have to have about 100 leads per sign up. I mean, anywhere from 50 to 100 leads right there. And that's kind of, the more leads you generate, the more opt-ins you're going to have, and kind of depending on the way you're marketing too. If you're marketing, through talking to people and networking, you might have higher ratio. If you're just, if you're like doing solo ads, let's say you're doing a solo ad, well, you're going to have to generate a lot of leads before you get a sign up. And that number might seem pretty big to you, but believe me, when you get into the tens of thousands on your list, each subscriber is actually worth about $1 on your list. So if you have 100 subscribers on your list right now, you should be making about $100. And that number actually makes sense considering if you're leading with mastery, and I just told you about 100 opt-ins onto your list, you'll probably get a sign up at $100. So right now, guys, don't worry about the numbers. All I want you to worry about is doing the activities that you need to do to make that happen. And if you really just focus on the activities, the monetization, the money-making activities that you have to do in your business every day, then you won't have time to worry about where the money's at and all that stuff. Actually, that will just end up stressing you out. If you worry about when you're going to make your first $100, your dollar, or whatever, then you're probably going to hinder your success and actually slow your progression because you'll be stressed out. I mean, that's kind of stressful to think about. When am I going to make money all the time, or I need money really bad, or if you're coming from a place of desperation. That will actually repel people. Believe it or not, people can smell that on you. And none of you guys are doing that, but I'm just saying. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. So a couple of ways that you can monetize, which we talked about, taking a cold person, right, that just followed you, or maybe just followed you on Facebook or Twitter, or just showed up to your blog post, right? How do we take a cold person and turn them into a warm, hot lead? Okay, how do we do that? And I would say once they opt into your list, they're probably on the warmer, hot side, right? And then once they're on your list for a while and you're building a relationship, then they're going to turn hot, red hot, right? At least that's the goal. A percentage will, not all of them. So how do we do that? Creating content, which you guys have been doing, which is awesome. You guys are doing an amazing job. I am curious, how many of you are mailing your list consistently? I'm just curious, or how many of you have started to start mailing your list, or have tried it even? I'm just curious, maybe you have not tried it yet. Maybe you haven't mailed your list yet. Just type in the chat box. I would just like to know where you guys are kind of at as far as mailing your list. Mailing your list is an activity. It's a money-making activity that you need to be doing pretty consistently in your business. If you're on some of the top earners lists in MLSP, you probably notice a commonality there. They're mailing their list pretty frequently. In fact, I mail my list a minimum of 3 times a week. I really shoot for the 4 to 5. That's where I want to be, because I know that that's a money-making activity that that's how I make money, by mailing my list. That's how you're going to make money, by mailing your list. So let's say you only have 20 people on your list. 20 people is 20 people. You still need to get into those habits, those money-making habits. And believe me, by mailing content and monetizing your list by mailing and sending actually value-driven content. I know Don has been producing some awesome blog posts, so has Debbie Garcia. So if you're mailing them content that you're sharing on your blog, and you're sharing that with them every time you do a blog post, more than likely they're going to begin to like, know, and trust you. And when they like, know, and trust you, and they can identify with what you're saying and what you're sharing, oftentimes they're going to want to be in business with you, or they're going to look to you as a leader and want to join you in MLSP or your MLM, or buy something, a book or something. So when you actually recommend something because they like, know, and trust you, and now you also have some influence because they see you as a leader, as somebody who's an expert in the field, then when they do come to, when you do share or recommend something, they're going to take your recommendation to heart, right? They're going to say, wow, this person really knows what they're doing. I better listen up. So when you recommend, hey, it's probably a good idea, or it's a good idea that you join my Lead System Pro, or you should join me in my business, you are a person of influence. They're more than likely going to be like, yeah, that's a great idea, and I'm definitely going to listen to Donna because Donna's an expert in her field, and I would just love to work with her because she can help me. And that's exactly what's going through your prospect's mind once you position yourself the right way. So I'm actually going to just flip over and see, I was going to share my screen. I could talk and talk and talk. Maybe we'll just talk for a little bit. I like this conversation stuff. So let me see here. How many of you? Okay, Donna's mailing her list daily. Lynn is barely working on getting my list. Okay, Debbie. That's okay, Donna. That's okay. Actually, that's progress. Those no's mean progress. When they opt out, I get some days I'll get like 15 to 20 opt-outs if I mail. It's just the way it is. People will sometimes forget that they opted into your list. It's really not anything you're doing, or they're just getting a lot of emails from everyone. And that's why it's really important that you hit them at all different angles. So that's why it's important that you say, make sure that you connect with me on Twitter at the bottom of your email and so on. Let me really quick, I'm just going to grab something for you guys. I want to grab my signature here. All right. So let me just, how many of you use Aweber? I'm just curious as well. If you guys are using Aweber or GVO, what you guys using? I'll check back with you here in a second. I'm just opening up some windows here. Okay. Okay, so how many of you guys are using Aweber? What autoresponder are you using? Just type in the chat box for me. That way I can get an idea here. Oh. All right, so hopefully you guys can see my screen okay. Now this is an actual signature that I have in my autoresponder. And the reason why I want to share my signature with you guys is because you see there's a lot of recommendations. There's a PS here. There's a Find Me on YouTube here. There's a Facebook here. I also have a disclaimer here. So I really want to talk to you guys about this because this is money too, right here. So this is one of the areas that is money in your business. So that's why it's really important that you have a awesome signature that you can use in your Aweber or GVO or whatever autoresponder you're using. That way people know they can connect with you in other channels. So whether it be YouTube, they can connect with you on Facebook, Twitter, your blog. They have, you can see right here, I have a little PS there. And I'm just, telling them that they can work with me. So it's really, really critical that you have a signature. And if you ever look at some of my emails, you'll probably notice I use pretty much the same signature on all of my emails, right? And then, of course, you want to make sure that you are congruent with your message. So being very congruent with all your marketing and everything you put out there, making sure that it's branded to you, right? So this isn't my actual signature. Like I said, now you can see I just put like a lots of love, and you could put sincerely, you could put to your success, something, right? Then you put your name, and then you want to put a title. So mine is home business and online marketing professional, for this example anyways. And then of course your email, and then you want to have a phone number. Now, phone number is money. Money, money, money. I mean big money right there. That's how you get your phone ringing. You want to get your phone ringing, you want people to join you, leave your phone number everywhere you can think of. Your YouTube channel, your blog. I mean, you can put it on your Facebook too, and stuff like that. And what I would do is I would buy a Skype line or a Google or something and actually get a phone number that's not going to be like your cell phone. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to get also a lot of people that will call you. And some of them are recordings trying to like get you in a business or, something like that. And you might already be getting some of those, so you probably know what I'm talking about, but they're annoying like spam calls. So that's why I just have a Skype number that I use, and I have a voicemail set up, and I always let it go to voicemail, and then I screen my calls, and then I just call back the people that, deserve my attention, the people that are actually interested in working with me, right? And that's a really great way for you to also just establish yourself as a professional. People, want to work with professionals. So if you have your own business phone number, like an actual separate line for a business, it just really makes you look a lot more professional, and people will view you that way. Also, I have my Skype just in case they are, out of the country. I work with a lot of people actually out of the country. In fact, I have people in Japan and Korea. I have people in MLSP that are all over the world. So it's really important that you have like a Skype somewhere that people can also contact you, if they're overseas or out of your country. And then also I have Find Me on YouTube, which you can see right here. Find Me on YouTube, and then I have my link for YouTube. Now I think it's really important that people can check out your YouTube channel because you're on video, and people are able to identify with you so much quicker and get to know you a lot more quicker and actually trust you a lot quicker if they're watching you on YouTube or on a video of some sort. A lot of the times they might even like overcome some resistance of maybe calling you or whatever just because they've seen you in video and realize that, hey, you're a real person, and now they want to pick up the phone. And that's why video is so, so, so effective. So if you're not using video yet, you're missing money, and there's money right there. That is big time money, just using video. If you could send a video out to your list like 3 to 5 times a week and just send out a video, do you know how many? That's why I sign up so many people. That's why, because I send out videos 3 to 5 times a week to my list. And so they get to like, know, and trust me and see that I'm a real person. In fact, right before I got on this hangout, I had a phone call from a lady that said she's ready to join. I gave her my link, and hopefully she'll be on here soon. So, you know, that's a really, really, really powerful thing. And guess where she came from? YouTube. Yep, YouTube. So she actually called me and was like, hey, I saw your YouTube video. I really liked it. Thank you for your, you know, everything you shared, and, you know, I'm ready to get started. Basically, that was the conversation. And then we just talked about all the possibilities and, you know, how I could help her, and that was that. And so how different would your life be if you had people actually calling you, wanting to talk to you about getting started? And so you're not calling them, they're actually calling you. Because now you have become the hunted, you're not the hunter anymore. And that's just when things really begin to change. I remember the first time I got a phone call from a prospect off of YouTube. I was just like, I was blown away. I mean, you could imagine my belief level went up really, really high once I got that first phone call. So that's what I would definitely recommend you guys do is, you know, start sending out, if you're not already, sending out some videos of just, you know, whether it be a tip. I mean, you guys are on my list, so you guys can see what I'm sending out, but it could be some tips. It could be a motivational thing, mindset. It could be time management. I mean, the list goes on and on. Think, what do business owners struggle with? And that's the content that you want to come up with. What problems can you solve for business owners, home business owners, for marketers? What are their problems? You know what is a good exercise for you to do? Write down the list of problems that you've had as a marketer. You know, was it setting up your autoresponder? Or how about, what is an autoresponder? Did you even know what an autoresponder was when you started? I didn't. So, I mean, write a list of problems that you had or have even today. And the best way to overcome them is to actually learn how to overcome them and then teach how to overcome them. And that's the fastest way you're actually going to overcome them. I'm not kidding. So anytime I have a problem, or anytime I have a problem, I end up finding a solution for it, I actually do a blog post on it. Almost every single time, or a video or something, right? And actually every time I do a blog, there's usually a video too. And so of course you want them to connect on Facebook. I think it's really important that people connect with you on Facebook and you share content on your Facebook too, so that way people can, you know, check you out. You should also post some pictures of yourself. You know, maybe if you have some kids, or you know, maybe doing a hobby or something, just so people can kind of identify with you. You know, if they go to your Facebook account and they just see a bunch of advertising or a bunch of sales pitches and so on, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to run the other way. That is always the case. So you want them to, like, you want to captivate them. You want them to be interested in getting to know who you are. And that's exactly what you want them to do. You want them to stick around long enough to get to know you. And by posting and sharing content and helping them, now you're taking that cold prospect or lead or follower or whatever you want to call it, and you're warming them up. Right? Because you're posting things. Maybe you're posting, you know, value, or you're posting motivational stuff, or you're posting, you know, hey, you're out with your kids and you're at the park or whatever, or you're on a vacation. You're just basically you're telling them a story so they can get to know you, and of course, giving them also value. Hopefully that makes sense. And then, of course, you want to have your blog there. Always have your blog. That's really important. Your blog is your central piece of real estate. This is your home. This is where people can learn all about you. They can see that you're an expert in your field. they can go over there and connect with you. You want to make sure that you have your Connect with Me widgets, which we've talked about in the past. But it's really, really important that your blog is there. And if you don't have a blog, I would definitely recommend that you set one up. And then I always add a PS at the bottom of my emails. And it's in my signature. This is just the signature that I use pretty much. I mean, this is a version, one of the versions of the signatures I use. I actually probably updated it, but this gives you a really good idea. So this one just says PS. I love to help people change their circumstances just as I have. It's my life's mission. I'm a business or marketing coach, mentor to many, author, and industry-wide home business speaker that can help you. Learn more about how you can work with me. And then I just put up a work with me page. Now, I do recommend, and I'm just going to go over to my blog really quick because we are kind of talking about my blog a lot here. I'll just show you guys. I'll go to my work with me page. You definitely want to set up a work with you page, okay? And I'll go over that here in a second. But this is where a lot of money is made as well. This is money right here because you know, people are always like they might not pick up the phone, but they'll probably go over to your work with you page and kind of check you out and see what you're doing and how you can help them. And then once they've made a decision that this could possibly help them or you could help them, then they just automatically join, because a lot of times that's what happens is people just automatically join. So that's why I think it's really important that you have a work with you page. You could even put an application there, however you want to put it. And then I always have, you know, too many emails. I hate that too. Before unsubscribing, consider joining my newsletter to receive less emails. Now I put this for my MLSP campaign because they get an autoresponder series that kind of is, I mean, it's like 30 days. I think it's like 30 autoresponders that goes out on that one list that I have. So I have this on there, and I just basically just give them another option. It's always a good idea to give them another option before they unsubscribe, okay? Another option that you could give them, and see right here, I tell them to join my newsletter, and I give them a link to join my newsletter. Another option you could give right here at the bottom of my disclaimer here, I tell them that if they'd like to unsubscribe, they can connect with me on Facebook and or Twitter, right? So I also give them 2 other places. Now, I don't care if they unsubscribe. What I care about is that they stay connected with me. I mean, in some way, shape, or form, I really, really, really want them to stay connected with me. So I'd rather have them on my fan page. If they're going to unsubscribe anyways, at least join my fan page or join my Twitter or something just to stay connected with me. Does that make sense? Because they're all, I mean, if their whole thing is that they're just getting too many emails and they're just going to unsubscribe from you anyways, why not give them another option? You know, give them an option so that way that they can at least stay connected with you. And when you send out invites on your fan page for webinars and so on, they're still able to connect with you and see what you're doing and join in on webinars and things like that. So it's a really, really good idea. And then I always recommend that you do have a you know, a signature or a disclaimer in your signature, just because, and this actually won't work in the signature. I'll take that out. Just because people can be, you know, weird and sometimes hateful. I've actually had people like come after me and say, you know, because when I was starting, I didn't have a disclaimer, and they're like, you shouldn't be sending, and there was nothing wrong with what I was sending. They were just being mean and trying to threaten me and stuff like that. So you definitely want to have a disclaimer just so you're crossing all your bases. I actually think that this disclaimer even makes you look more professional as somebody that people can trust, right? I mean, really, you want people to trust you, and I think it's really a good idea to have a disclaimer letting them know that, you know, their success is always up to them. You can't determine their results. You know, if they want to unsubscribe, scroll down to the bottom. Of course, you'd hate to see them go, but you strongly encourage them to stay, because otherwise they're going to miss tons of, you know, valuable information, tips, tricks, and advice that will help them grow a successful business online. It is not available anywhere else but on this list. So I'm actually getting them to kind of even think twice before they unsubscribe. Like, hey, they're going to miss all the cool training that I send them. Oh my, you know, I don't want them, I really don't want them to go, but if they must, they must. Hopefully they go onto my fan page or something. So let me go over to my Work with April page here. Now we were talking about money, and now I've told you guys, make sure you have a free offer. A free offer is really important. I mean, here's an Instagram training. I don't know if you guys seen the new Instagram training. If you guys were on the webinar last night, let me see if I can pull it up here. Me and Brian have been working really hard on this, but I think you guys will really like it. This is the brand new one that's coming out. It will be available, I hope, by Monday. I hope it's available really soon. This is going to be, it's going to be converting really, really well. And there's an autoresponder series too that I put together that has videos and training. So there's about 7 videos that will automatically go out if you plug in the autoresponder, and will be, giving value. So it will definitely be sharing tips and things like that. If you guys seen some of my Instagram trainings, that's basically what will be going out, the Instagram trainings I put up on my blog. So those will be going out in a drip series of about 8 days. And of course, that whole idea is that they join, Mastery, and that they also purchase Insta Lead Magic. So there's 2 things that we're trying to get them to do. And then, of course, the Insta Lead Magic, they get the first module for $5, and then an upsell. So I mean, this is going to be money right here. And of course, you have to be a Mastery member to get this. You can't get it at any other level. You can't use it because it's got a Mastery product inside of it. So anytime there's a product that's a Mastery product, just so you know, you have to be actually a Mastery member to sell it. Okay. Let me go back to my Work with April page. So that's going to be awesome for your Instagram for sure, or anywhere else that you want to put it on, Facebook or wherever. All right, so my Work with Me page is money. This is money right here. And actually, I get a lot of people that will oftentimes visit here after they've checked out a blog post just because they liked what I had to share or whatever, and they're like, oh, let me find out how I can work with her, because people are looking for mentoring and coaching. I also have a coaching tab too, which I'll talk a little bit more about too, because I think everybody should have a coaching tab. It will help you position yourself, even if you don't feel like you're ready for that yet. It will help you position yourself, and you could offer something really kind of simple, like just one-on-one, talks every week. I mean, it could be something as simple as that. And really, coaching is really this: it's fixing and refining. It's helping and guiding people to where they want to get to go. Right? That's what a coach does. So, between that and MLSP, and you guys are learning a ton just through this Top Earner Biz Builder Blitz. You guys are well on your way to being able to provide that type of value out there in the marketplace. All right, so My Lead System Pro, obviously I'm a member of My Lead System Pro, so are you guys, otherwise you wouldn't be here right now. And basically, this is one of the ways that they can work with me, okay? And what I did was I want to set myself out, from the rest of everybody else in MLSP. So what I did was I added bonuses. I added one-on-one, bi-weekly coaching sessions. I added access to all my team resources and training. I have free ebooks, personal video trainings on SEO, social media, blogging, and more, which is provided in the My Lead System Pro back office. That's my personalized training that I put back there. And then, of course, I give them also weekly group coaching sessions, so they get weekly group coaching sessions like what we're doing right now. Unlimited support. I provide groups and so on. And I support them the whole way. And then obviously a content syndication tribe, which that's what we just have been utilizing in the Facebook group. So they get all of that, and then for annual mastery, I always have like a bonus, an extra perk. Like, so if somebody purchases annual mastery, then they're going to get more from me, right? So I would always encourage people that they offer some type of bonus of some kind if they purchase mastery annual. Now, you might not have that right now, but eventually when you get to a point where you can have a product or something, maybe you did just a webinar on how to get Facebook followers or something like that, or your 10 best Facebook tips or something. It could even be an ebook. It could be anything really. You could just be creative with it and just know that you can improve on it more later, okay? But your Work With Me page should have some bonuses on it. No hurry, but eventually I would definitely head into that direction. So you can see right here they get access to my underground Instagram posse and secret training. They also get access to my 8-module blogging and video course. And that's actually available for I actually have also a bonus for 3 months of mastery for that. And then, of course, everybody always asks me, well, how do you promote your primary business? All I see you do is promote MLSP. Well, by promoting, value-driven content that, of course, yes, it does lead to My Lead System Pro, they do get exposure to my opportunity. Now, I'm not going to force feed it to them, but they are more than welcome to come to my Work With Me page and check out how to work with me. Now, you can also see right here, too, I also have my primary opportunity right here, and they can learn more here as well. Okay, so I have that flashy banner here, and then on my Work With Me page, I let them know that they can work with me here too as well. Okay, and then of course they can fill out the contact form below if they want and send me a message, and I will also, of course, and see, look, even people are looking to work with me, mentor, coach, and that kind of sort of thing. So then I also have, this is a contact form. I think it's a Contact 8 form. And they can fill that out, and I'll actually get an email letting me know that they filled that out. And so whatever opportunities that you're in, MLSP, if you're in other affiliate programs, whatever, I would definitely put that on your Work With page. And then right here I just have another little tab right here that they can go to my primary opportunity capture page, which you should have a capture page for your primary opportunity if you don't have one. You definitely need to set one up. You can use Funnelizer, or if your company provides one, that would be awesome. But I don't ever really notice like the company provided capture pages. The ones that I actually create convert a lot better than the ones like the one I just showed you actually converts really well. I would say it probably converts about 40 to 50%. I haven't checked it in a while, but it converts very well. And then, of course, this is my coaching page. This is money right here as well. I set this up, and I have a couple testimonials. I got Malia and Darren Pitt on here. I've got a couple of different options for people that they can, gain access to. You want to make sure you have some testimonials. Like anytime you're going to sell something, you want to make sure that you have some testimonials on that page. And I just basically, what I did was I broke down mastery, what they get with mastery with me, and I put it on this page. So there's 2 different options as far as that goes. And then, of course, I even have, for the year. They can buy for the year if they want. So it's pretty awesome. And I actually do. I get people that, because they maybe are an MLSP and they don't have the support that they want, they sign up for one of my coaching packages. Just to be a part of the team even. And that actually is great, because I don't, there's a lot of times people will be like, April, I really want to be on your team. Well, I would love for you to be on my team, but you're in MLSP underneath somebody else and you can't move. So the best thing for you to do is just to buy a coaching package and work with me. That's the best way to do it if you're happy with where you're, the company you're in and all that. So that's also money right there. So far, you have to mail your list every day. Another thing I want to mention too is webinars. If you're not doing webinars, start moving in that direction to do webinars. Now, I know some of you are very, very brand new, so don't feel overwhelmed when I say this, but webinars are what's going to exponentially increase your profits in your business. I swear to you, that's what makes top earners. It's the webinars. Webinars are a critical piece of your success online. So you have to, at some point, start doing webinars, and I'm telling you, there is big time money in webinars. I mean, literally, we launched a webinar with my Insta Lead Magic, and we did 5 figures in one night. In one night, we did 5 figures with my Insta Lead Magic course on a webinar. So the webinars are a big, big, big piece of the puzzle, and it's something that if you don't feel comfortable doing right now, I would, of course, if you're on our mastery team, you're on MLSP team, just invite to our webinars. That's fine, and just come hang out with me to start getting used to it and start, being able to, get the hang of it. And then eventually what you want to do is you want to step up and be the leader and start doing some of your own. Now, even for my primary business, we do weekly webinars for our primary business. We do daily coaching calls. So Monday through Friday, there's a coaching call at 10 a.m. So there's, see you guys. So I do a lot of webinars. You probably noticed I was on a webinar last night. I'm doing a webinar right now. I did a webinar on Monday. Tuesday, I did a video, so I didn't do anything. Today I actually did a wake-up call too. Okay, so you see how much live presenting I'm doing? I do a lot of live presenting, and actually I try to do about 3 times a week, at least 2 to 3 times a week that I'm live presenting. And there's actually like a webinar going on in my household probably about every night, because we also have a very successful MLM company that we're, you know, an MLM team that we're building as well. So we're doing webinars for that as well. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, why do you think I'm not just doing all these webinars and doing all this live presenting because I'm just for fun? I do it because that's where the money's at, and that's why all the big leaders do webinars too. So don't overlook those. Some of your emails should be inviting to the MLSP webinar. So because you guys are in MLSP, sorry, I had a dry. It's been dry here, so I've been like drinking. So if you're not ready to do webinars yet, like I said, you can come jump on mine, hang out with me. That's cool too. But we also have, just in the MLSP back office, if you go log into your MLSP back office, there's an automated Freedom webinar that you can use to send out to your list. That's just automated webinar. You can easily send that out to people, and that would look like this, okay? And that looks like a real webinar, but it's not. It's just an automated webinar. Let's see here. Monday, there's Monday webinars. Let's see, not the Fast Track to Success, but the Top Earner Mastermind. Hey, you need something to mail to your list for that day because you didn't mail them anything? Invite them to a webinar. Invite them to a Monday Top Earner Mastermind at 4 o'clock in MLSP. This is money right here. Big time. Okay, and there's usually swipe copy back here. Oh, this one does not have swipe copy. Let's see. Want to peek. And usually, too, like if you just check your email, MLSP sends out an email for all of this. I would literally just look at what they're saying, regurgitate it a little bit into your own words, and throw that in your AWeber and broadcast that baby with your link. Now, if you don't know, this is your link. Let's see. Where's the link? Where's the link? Oh, I think it's because it's not set up yet. That's why. It's not set up yet, but usually when it's set up, let's see, click here to register. No, where's the link? Why am I not seeing it? Oh, here it is, right here. Blah, right in front of my face. So right here's your link. This is your affiliate link that you can share, okay? So if you go on this page, this is where all the webinars are that you can invite to, all right? Right here's the Top Earner Hangout for Tuesday night. That's another really good one to invite to. Okay, so now you've got Monday, Tuesday, and then of course we have a Wednesday webinar, which is awesome. Pretty much every Wednesday you definitely want to invite. And one of the things that has allowed me to be so successful is that I leverage leaders in my Lead System Pro to help me make money. So by sharing webinars like this right here and broadcasting that out to my list, I'm able to make money, lots of money. Okay, and every week I send out. Okay, so this one actually I don't think is ready yet. So usually over the weekend they have these ready to go out. And there will be some swipe copy. So if you go back here, you'll usually be able to find some swipe copy back here. But if you do not, like I said, just look for the MLSP email, okay? Just look in your inbox. Be proactive. Just go out there, be a leader, and figure it out, okay? So if you don't see it, I'm telling you, just go look for it. There's something that you can use in this back office even. I even get pop-ups when I log in just to let me know what's going on for the day. You know, so you can even use some of that. Sometimes when I see a pop-up, as soon as I log into MLSP, and just to give you an idea of some shortcuts, I just copy and paste what's on that pop-up and put it on my Facebook or on my Instagram or something, and that's my copywriting. I just copy paste and then throw it up there, and I'm telling you, it works. You know, you just put your link there and you're good to go. So when you're marketing too, I just want to bring this up so you guys know you're marketing the right way for the Wednesday webinars. If you're going to market the webinar, this one, okay, so this link will go to your list. The people that are already on your list don't need to opt in again, okay? But when you're marketing, you need to go to the system campaigns. Right here, go underneath weekly marketing webinars. Okay, and this is the lead capture page you want to share. All right, don't share the registration page. Okay, for the other ones you don't have one. Just, you know, it's a Monday, Tuesday webinar, but for the Wednesday webinar, you should be pushing the Wednesday webinars pretty hard. Okay, that's what's really going to get you, I mean, into profits really fast. It's going to obviously, you know, actually, when we were on the webinar last night, I had about 10 leads come in. While we were on the webinar, I said, hey guys, join me, I'm live. I took a picture of Diane Hockman. I threw it up on both my Instagram accounts, and I had about 10 leads come in within about an hour. Seriously, that's what I'm saying. This right here, and now I've got 10 new subscribers that are on my list. Okay? And that's because I'm promoting this. I'm not promoting that registration link. I'm promoting this lead capture page. And if you wanted to even take it up a notch, and if you're on, let's just go check out my Instagram really quick. And I shared this last night too, but you can see right here, no, that's not it. This one's it right here. So I actually bought a domain name just for the webinars, so that way on my Instagram I can easily share a link and people can easily type it into their search bar and get access to the webinar. So I don't have to put aprilmarie81.weeklymarketingwebinars.com. Nobody in the land is going to type in aprilmarie81. You know, weeklymarketingwebinars.com. Nobody's going to do that. That's why it's really important that, you know, if you're marketing on Instagram, because they can't click this. This is not clickable. That you get a domain name that's really easy. And obviously it worked because I had 10 leads come in within the hour. I mean, 10 leads, come on. And that's all I did. Look at all this, these comments that I got here. You know, because people like the webinar that we were on. And that was just off the cuff. And of course, I also shared it here. You can see right here. instafreewebinar.com, and anytime I'm trying to get a lead or something like that, I get less engagement. You know, it just is always the way that works. Anytime I'm saying, hey, join me live or something like that, I just get less engagement. But let me see, even when I share training too, but that's because I'm also sharing a link. So I guess it's just more threatening for people sometimes. They're like, oh, you know, a link. But that's okay. The people that are meant to see it are meant to see it, and I get leads doing it, so I'm not going to stop doing it. That's how I get leads. But you can see right here, let's see some of this engagement here, some of the good ones. Here's one with over 200 likes, and a lot of people that are talking about it. So those are more inspirational ones. So the inspirational ones are always going to get me a little bit more as far as leads go anyways. Okay. Let's see here. So we went over the weekly marketing webinar. So we know webinars are money. We know mailing your list is money. We know that all your followers are money too. Okay, but we have to warm them up with good content. We have to share awesome content with them so that we warm them up and get them to like, know, and trust us. You guys also need to sit down, and this is your homework. Just sit down and write down all the problems that you can see that people would have or you have had, anything that you could find in your niche, right, in the home business niche, that are problems for network marketers, for home business owners, for online marketers, and write a list of them, and then create content based on those problems. And actually, like, if there are problems that you have today, like I said, find the solution for those problems and figure it out. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay. No, Donna, don't just for the Wednesday webinar. You can do that. And you can go to webmocker.com for that. I'll put that in here. Webmaster is really cheap. That's who I go to. All right, let's see here. Any questions? Anybody want to come on with me, or do they? Malia couldn't make it tonight. So. Yeah, if you have well, do you want to link it to your home phone, Donna? I don't think so. You don't want to have a free phone line that you can forward to your home link. I wouldn't do that because you're just gonna get spam calls, and it's gonna be disruptive. I mean, it would disrupt me. If you don't mind it, that's fine. But I actually just have mine on my Skype, and a lot of time my Skype is on Do Not Disturb, so it just will go to my voicemail. I have a voicemail set up. So I bought a Skype number, and I bought credits for or not credits. I bought like a monthly subscription. Okay, so let's see here. I think, can I use Google? I don't know what Lynn was talking about, blowing it up, so I don't really know unless Lynn wants to tell me again. Yeah, I would recommend Facebook ads, Donna, for sure. Also Instagram. Instagram's going to be prime real estate for that baby. I would have that popped right on there, and then I would just start going crazy. I would start taking pictures of it. I would post, tips about Instagram, and say, check out this free training if you want to learn more. Get 8 free Instagram training videos. Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, Debbie, if you'd like to come, or Donna, if you'd like to come on, that would be great. I'm pretty much done though, so if you don't want to, it's fine. I think we're done for the night. But Lynn had said something. I don't know if Lynn wants to. I don't know what she means. Can you use Google? Lynn's trying to stay focused. I understand that. I understand focusing. The best way to really stay focused is to, seriously, like sometimes I just have to shut it all down, I just shut it all down, and then I actually can focus. So if I shut down everything else that's going on online and I focus on only the blog post that I got to do or only the video, and I turn off all my notifications, that's when I can really focus. I shut off my phone, I shut off everything, and that's when serenity sets in, and now you can actually breathe and actually get stuff done in your business. A lot of times people will have, because email is very noisy, so maybe if that's something that's distracting you, you could unsubscribe from some lists, unless they're important to you. But all the ones that aren't very important or are distracting you, especially, like actually what's distracting you, get rid of it. Blah, bye. Get rid of it. All right. Hey, Donna. Thanks for coming on. It was lonely here. It's very lonely. Your hair looks fine.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, my hair didn't look so pretty tonight, but...
Yeah, it looks great. Looks awesome. Yep. Focus, 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 Lynn. Oh, you couldn't see it. It was small. Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know what I did. So my screen is very big. I will tell you, I have a 30-inch monitor. So my screen, you're really big. You're like big right now. Yeah, I got a big monitor. Not like this one back there. That's just a 13-inch.
30? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like 28 or 27, so about 30. I just added up. But it's big. It's a big Samsung one. It's nice. All right. So, Donna, did you want to come on and chat, or what do you want to talk about?
Basically, I did, let's see. Oh yeah, I asked last week about the my Facebook group or my boot camp that I have on my blog,
Okay.
and I think you said that I should leave it up
Mm-hmm.
instead of putting the MLSP mastery on, I think.
Oh, I would put both. I mean, if I were you,
Oh,
I
oh
would
yeah.
maybe redo the video or something and recommend MLSP. I don't know what's inside. I haven't looked inside.
Oh,
What does it
what
lead
I
to? The
haven't,
free Facebook training?
yeah, what I did is I did a screen share, and I took one strategy each day, and I basically presented how to do like create a fan page.
Oh, good.
So each day they get a new strategy.
Awesome. So are you recommending anything in those? Like, are you saying, you know, um, like MLSP's got Facebook apps. Have you checked out MLSP yet? Something like that. Are you doing anything like that?
Yeah, I think at the end of each day, I actually recommend them to check out how they can, I think, Facebook jail campaign and MLSP. I think I have that one in there actually.
Okay. I would actually change that up and maybe put like MLSP in some of those, like in the email.
Okay.
But actually, you could add the signature. The signature will really help. It really will. Just by adding that signature that I showed you guys earlier.
Yeah, I have that sort of like a signature in all my emails and on my blog posts too.
Okay, good. So then what you just want to do, you have it in your emails too. So yeah, you're good to
Yeah.
go. And you're generating some leads.
Yeah, actually, I'm starting to get average at least 1 to 2 a day.
Awesome. Good job. So are you getting Instagram leads too?
Yeah,
Mm.
they're actually coming through the funnelizer that I made in MLSP for Instagram.
Awesome. I love to hear that, Donna. That is awesome. So,
Yeah,
so that's good. So you're all set. You got it going on. So now it's just more content, more content, more content. Have you done a webinar yet?
no.
Okay, well, you've hung out with me, but we haven't really publicized any. But yeah, I would definitely, you're inviting to the MLSP webinars though, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I
But
was
when you
on that.
start to feel ready to do a webinar, then you jump on a webinar, and it's not that scary. And it's actually easier to do them while nobody's watching. Well, nobody's actually paying attention, when you're new. So you could just start getting in the habit of that. I would be interested to see, if you do that sometime maybe in the next few months. I bet you'd start to see a big spike with your with the people that actually join you. Yeah, so you're gonna do awesome. So guys, do you have any more questions for me? Did you get some value tonight? Did you like what I shared? Does it make some clarity? You feel clear now?
Oh yeah, definitely a lot more clear and pumped.
And pumped. Yay! Pumped! Pumped!
Can't wait till that new funnelizer comes out.
Oh, the new Instagram training?
Yeah, for the Instagram one.
Oh, I know. I keep looking at it. It's just beautiful. I love it. I love how they put it together. I like how the background moves. It's weird. It's weird, but it's cool. I
And
guess.
I know I've always wanted to check out Facebook ads, but I've been actually leery of trying them because I got told that if you do it wrong, then you can really waste a lot of money. So I'll have to check out the training before I dig into Facebook ads.
Yeah, I don't think right now they're going to be updating the Facebook training, so I don't know. I would just hold off on that until you can, get your hands on. I think Michelle's going to redo the Facebook training soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when she redoes that, like even I can't direct you guys very much on the Facebook ads either because I'm not a Facebook advertising person. I'm an Instagram person.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting to really like Instagram better than Facebook.
I know, me too. I'm on Instagram all day. I'm an Instagramaholic. I think. I think I better go check myself into IA or something. Instagramaholic.
I just wish that they actually had paid advertising right now.
Yeah, they don't, unfortunately. It's all organic, but the thing is that you can get a really good amount of people following you really quick.
Yeah,
So,
actually, I almost have 1,200 followers now.
good job. How long have you been doing it for? A few weeks?
Yeah, actually, basically, I just signed up, like, I think it was a week and a half before this challenge started,
Oh, so
and
like 5 or 6 weeks you've been on.
I've had 309 when we started this challenge, and now I'm up to almost 1,200.
Awesome. Well, you're serious about building your business. I love all the activity I hear.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
You're making making a lot of waves out there, so that's good. And that's just one of the things too is you just gotta keep going. People that are successful just hang on longer than most people. I mean, most people will let go. Um, and then the people that are successful, they just hung on. They kept going no matter what. And that's what entrepreneurs kind of do too. Is we just figure out a way. To me, there was no other option but up. I couldn't
Mhm.
quit. Quitting was not an option for me. So when you can really, guys, seriously, like if you ever have the feeling of quitting, make it not an option. That is a non-negotiable. You are not quitting no matter what. You will figure out a way. Make up your mind. I was actually talking to Brian, and a lot of people they flounder. They flounder. Like they just kind of flounder. Like they start a fad diet, and 3 weeks later they're off of it, or they start a new workout routine and they're not sticking with it after a month, or and I'm guilty of that stuff too. Or they join a business opportunity and within 30 days they're not excited anymore. 60 days later they're like totally in denial. They're not in business, but they are in business. They're just paying for their products. And then in 90 days they're out the door. Bye. And usually people will quit, and I'm not kidding you. I actually shocked someone, and I probably scared her today because she said, "What is the failure rate, or what is the success rate in MLSP?" And guys, it's very standard, but this is really going to shock you. Only about 2 to 3% in all network marketing, the home business opportunity arena, is actually successful. Go read your company's income disclaimer. Please go read it. You will see that I'm telling the truth. It's definitely very, very, very low for the success rate. Why? Because people give up too soon. It's not because the company's not paying them or not doing its job or they're not getting the leadership or whatever. It's because they quit. People quit. And they quit before 90 days. It's like the inevitable. But if you can make it past 90 days, if you can make it past 90 days, your chances of making it become greater and greater and greater. And I mean by making it, your chances of not going out of business are greater and greater and greater. So 90 days, go past it. Push through it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. In fact, it's 90 days. That first 90 days is probably going to be your hardest. That first year is probably going to be your hardest. I actually don't want to ever go back to that time. So I know it's hard because if I'm sitting there like, wow, what would I do if I had to start all over? And I'm afraid of that myself. I can only imagine as a new person, how do they feel?
Mhm.
And I know that feeling because I've been there. So that's why it's just really important that you know that, hey, it's a year of pain for a lifetime of income, a lifetime of freedom. What do people want the most? And everybody has very, very common wants, needs, and desires. We all have very similar wants, needs, and desires. Do you know? Do you know, Donna?
What people mostly want?
Yeah, what do people mostly want?
Money, freedom, and be able to quit their job.
Time. Time, money, freedom. Those three things. Now, if you could serve that up on a platter and actually put that as a product, that's your product. Because all those MLM products, all the MLM companies that are out there. I mean, there's even birdhouse MLMs, okay? All that stuff, that don't matter. Your number one product is time, money, and freedom. Put that on a platter. This is your product, okay? Now, if you can show people how, by showing them and helping them through adding value to the marketplace, showing them that time, money, and freedom, is very achievable, of course you're going to attract people a lot faster. Now, if you ran out there and you said, check out my new skin cream. This is so awesome. You need to buy, 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 buy. I'm telling you, if you put time, money, and freedom on one side and you put an awesome skincare cream on the other side, and you said, which one would you pick? I'm telling you, 100% of people would pick time, money, and freedom.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? I would.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I like my MLM products, don't get me wrong. I think it's important for auto purchase. I think they serve a purpose for customers. You have to have customers. But at the end of the day, I know that people that I really want to work with, the business-minded people, the people that want to make $1 million, those people that I want to work with, I know that they're after time, money, and freedom, and that's why you want to display time, money, and freedom. That's why you want to lead with that as your product. I don't know. I get off on a rant, anyways. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yes, definitely it makes sense.
Yeah. So that's your number one product, and I think a lot of times people lose sight of that, and that's why we have to just always be leading with by example with that, because it's very critical, because we're repelling people. People are going to be like, oh, I don't want to be one of those people that tries to sell people my product all the time or their products all the time. I don't want to be that person either. I mean, think about it. Like if you were approached and you didn't know anything about the industry, but your friend, like somebody approached you and was like, oh my gosh, this product, you got to try this product, blah, 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 all the pitch that they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that person, and this was me, because I am not I cannot stand being sold to. I don't like to sell like that at all. So in the beginning, I told Jeff when he sponsored me, I said, don't expect me to sell anything. I will not do it. I hate to sell. That's what I said to him. So if your friend's coming up to you and pitching you this product and pitching you this opportunity, and you're somebody that's like me who does not like to feel like they don't like to be sold to, they don't like to sell, and they're thinking in their head, wow, am I going to have to act like you? That's what I would think. Like, wow, does that mean I have to be like doing like what you're doing? And I don't think I want anything to do with that. But if you could go out there and you could make it fun and share value and show people actually how to build a business. See, people, they don't want, this is the whole thing about traction marketing. I don't know if you guys have read Magnetic Sponsoring, but it's a phenomenal book for, it basically is the foundation of all of the traction marketing. You can look it up on Amazon. But most people, when they're going shopping, they got they want a hole in their wall, right? So they're going shopping for a drill. They need a drill to put a hole in their wall. And this is an analogy that I got from Magnetic Sponsoring. They're actually really after putting a hole in their wall. That's what they really want. They actually want to know how to drill a hole. They want to put a hole in the wall. That's it. But they need a drill to do it. They need the tool to do it. So if you go into Home Depot is great, by the way. They're very, very knowledgeable. You go into Home Depot and you're checking out all the drills, but you've got somebody there and they're just showing you and helping you and telling you, which drills do what, and which one's the best one to get the job done that they want, and how to drill a hole. Now they're like, oh yeah, this is how you drill a hole with this drill, okay? But then they're like, but before they went to Home Depot, they were at Walmart, and at Walmart you get like no help. I don't know about you, but my Walmart really sucks. So you're like just kind of standing there and you're like, which drill do I buy? Where's an associate? Oh my gosh, where is someone can help me? Nobody will help me. Okay? And that's kind of how most network marketers feel. They're like, feel abandoned. They don't feel like they're able to, make this work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they go to Home Depot and they get this awesome customer service. This person helped them, showed them how to drill a hole. Who do you think they're going to buy from?
Home Depot.
Yeah, hands down, every single time. Because they're really not after the drill, they're actually after the hole that they want in the wall. And that person helped them figure out the best way to put a hole in the wall. and drill whatever they wanted to put up, you know, a fireplace mantle, I don't know. But, you know, I mean, seriously, if you go to Home Depot, they'll even teach you all about how to hang a fireplace mantle. I mean, they're really good at that. They'll even cut your wood for you. Why do you think people go to Home Depot for that kind of stuff? Why do you think Home Depot, and actually I haven't really had very good customer service experience at Lowe's, but Home Depot especially, like, I always have good customer service. They're really, like, right there. In fact, I can't get those guys off of me. They're always like, can I help you? Can I help you? And I'm like, could you, like, not do that? Leave me alone. I'll come to you. But it's true. So I mean, I'd rather shop there for my home, you know, improvement stuff than shopping at Walmart. Even though I know Walmart sometimes has better deals, and sometimes they don't. But still, like, I would way rather go pay extra money even just to go get better service. Somebody that's educating me and helping me and showing me how to get the job done than going to Walmart. I could go buy the same drill. I know I could at Walmart, but I'm still going to buy it at Home Depot just because I like them a lot better. Because I trust them. I trust they have knowledge on what I want to get done. So they're an authority, right? Now they have some influence. Of course I'm going to buy from them because if they recommend this drill, I trust them because I shop there a lot, and I know that what they're recommending is probably the best thing. And so I'm going to buy it. And I'm not even going to ask questions about it. I'm just like, wow, this is awesome. Thank you I'm going to say, here's my credit card. Thank you so much. And I'm going to shake their hand. Thank you so much for everything. Can you imagine? And this happens to me all the time. People give me money and they thank me so much. So imagine what your business would be like if that was the type of people, like, that's your response. That was the response you're getting from people. I want to join you in business. Oh, thank you so much for letting me join your business. You're so awesome. You're so amazing. Here's my credit card. And that's what happens. And that's why it's so important to lead with value. You guys, I get testimony after testimony. People contact me all day long telling me all the stuff, you know, great stuff that they're doing with my training or, you know, even in my business, in my primary business. You know, just that it's amazing and all this stuff, and they're so glad they joined my team. You know, that's what you want, though. That's what you want from people. That's what you want to build up to. And that didn't take, I mean, that wasn't overnight. I mean, you guys have been doing this for 5 years, nearly. It will be 5 years in June in MLSP. So, yeah, I've been doing it a while. But this is why I always tell people are like, oh, well, that's because you've been doing it a long time. And I'm like, yeah, I actually had some of you guys listen to this. I had somebody, I'm not going to say her name, her and I were in a blog challenge probably 4 years ago. I think in 2011, yeah. So we were in this blog challenge. She was actually leading the challenge. So we were all in this, and Adam Chandler, it was like a long time ago, and we were all doing this blog challenge. And we had a tribe, and we were sharing content, like what we were doing. And so I was in this challenge with her. She appeared to be successful to me. You know what I mean? I was pretty new to the industry still. I was still working my way up the totem pole and getting up there, you know. And she seemed pretty successful, but she had just, like, dropped off the planet. Like, I don't know what happened to her. I didn't even think about it, really, honestly, to tell you the truth. But she contacted me today and told me that she had wished that she had stayed like I did, and she cannot believe how much success I've had. Like, she's like, congratulations. Yes. This is what I'm saying. I know how many people have dropped out. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I have not missed one MLSP payment since I joined back in June of 2010. That means I have not dropped out for 1 second. I have never missed a payment. I've always paid my membership. I've always been a part of MLSP. I have pretty much invited to every single weekly webinar that they have had since I've joined. And I am an MLSP for life person. Not because I'm special, just because there was no other option. Failure was not an option for me. Quitting was not an option. I knew I had a system. I knew I had something that would work. I knew I just had to stick with it. And I knew I just had to follow through and just keep going forward and even fail forward at times, because there was a lot of times that I failed.
Got a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times. Last night I was like on the webinar and I couldn't remember what I was going to say. I was like, crap. Hang on a second, let my brain catch up. And I just kind of make a joke about it. You know, it's those embarrassing moments where you just kind of let it laugh and roll off. But I haven't been sleeping very good. I have to admit this week I just don't know, waking up and doing webinar. I think it's every time I present. And when I present, I can't fall asleep. So I can't unwind. I'm like that. So I just hadn't been sleeping very good, and I was like really tired last night, but you know, still really psyched up like I am now. I'm actually tired right now too. You can't tell, but I know you can't tell. But I was really tired last night, and I just couldn't think of the words I wanted to use. I think I was writing out a comment or something, and I was getting it all mixed up. But you know, I laughed it off and just kept moving on. And you know, that to me is funny. You know, it's like we're all human here. You know, we all mess up. We all. I sometimes get, like tonight, I didn't have really, like I knew what I was going to talk about. I had a topic, but I didn't plan out everything I was going to talk about. You know, I just know my craft. You know, over time you get to know your craft, and eventually you can just bust it out anytime you want to. You can train. Boom.
Yeah.
I spoke at Live the Dream. It was so funny, Don. I was speaking at Live the Dream 5, and I literally threw together my PowerPoint slides. I never rehearsed it. I never thought about it, because if I think about it or anything like that, as long as I got my PowerPoint, I know I'm good. I get up on stage, like, okay, so I'm sitting back in the room, and I'm just sitting there waiting to be called up. It would seem like forever, like somebody, I don't know, was taking too long on stage or something. And so everybody's, I guess, looking for me. I don't know why, I can't remember why they were looking for me, but they couldn't find me. And so Melanie walks up to me, and she's like, "Why aren't you nervous?" I'm like, I don't know, because I know my craft. I know Instagram. That's what I was talking about. Instagram is my craft. I have mastered Instagram. So, you know, once you become a master at something, there's really nothing to be afraid of when you jump on anything. So when I did last night's webinar, I kind of didn't have a plan of what I was going to talk about. I didn't even think about it. I just knew that I was going to go on and show you guys some cool stuff to get the leads. You know? That's what I did.
You know it like at the back of your head.
Yeah, so you just got to trust yourself, too. So a lot of times we have a fear of doing that, you know. Uh-oh, Lynn's getting kicked out. I'm not kicking you out, Lynn, I promise. Lynn, you gotta message me. We gotta chat sometime. It's been too long. We have not chatted in a while. But I'm really glad to see you're on. I really am. And Debbie loves my rants. I love your rants, too, Debbie. She's a good ranter, too. That's why she loves them. So okay, well, guys, we're way past the hour, so I'm about ready to go to bed. Now that I'm all pumped up. You got me all pumped up. Pumped. Pumped. Now my kids are gonna wake up. No. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Facebook group or whatever. I'm gonna go comment on your post too, Donna. Just know I actually was creating content for a few weeks before you guys, so I've created like 5 weeks worth of content so far, but I've just this week have been presenting every single day, so except for Tuesday, which I did a video, and today I presented twice, so I'm like, no, I'm not doing content today. I'll invite my list to a webinar. How's that?
Yeah, I have about a week's worth of content to put up there right now because of all the mix-up I've been having with my hosting company.
Who do you have?
I'm with HostGator, and I contacted them to do the switch over for me.
They did that to me. I waited. My blog was down for 2 weeks. In fact, my Alexa rate, I don't know why, but it's in the millions now because of them. I'm so mad at them.
Yes, I'm really disappointed. And they were telling me that because I have both of my domains on one account, that they were going to transfer it all for nothing and all that. Then all of a sudden, a week later, because you have a custom blog, we're going to charge you $75.
You didn't pay it though, right?
No, I haven't paid it.
Okay, go to Liquid Web. They're $20 a month. Just get their small plan. It's worth it because their customer support is by far. I mean, you can call them up and actually talk to someone. I'm telling you, and they're fast because they're on a cloud. So their whole servers are on a cloud. They're really fast. I just moved to them. They did an amazing job. They were right there every step of the way, and they helped me. They got my blog. They even went in and fixed problems with my blog that were causing problems. So they actually help me in so many ways. So I would definitely recommend it.
It's called what? Liquid?
Liquid Web.
Okay.
That's what I'm using. My blog's a lot faster. Like HostGator's got really crappy.
Yeah, really. I told them plain out. I said I'm taking my service elsewhere.
That's what I told them too. I just ripped them a new one.
Yeah,
They
I
sent me a survey. They sent me a survey, and I just went off. I was like, "You guys are absolutely horrible. I will never refer you. I will never recommend you. All I
never.
will do is ever talk bad about you." They cost me weeks of business. They have no. I mean, seriously, like I should sue them. I mean, my blog was down. It was suspended. They suspended. I couldn't even get in my blog. It was completely gone.
Oh
And it
my
was during the holidays, so I was like busy with family. I didn't even notice because I wasn't working. So it was like while I was on vacation, this happened. Yeah, it was absolutely horrible. All my sites, all my lead capture pages, everything. And at the same time, then my YouTube channel went down too. I was like, oh my gosh, does it
Oh
ever?
my.
Yeah. Tell me about it. So failure. I know failure. I know all this stuff.
Oh yes.
Hurdles that are not fun to overcome. But yeah, Liquid Web. I put it in there in the chat here, and you can grab that up. Yeah, I would recommend them. They're totally good. They were recommended to me by Ray Hidgen and Mark Harbert. Both recommended it to me. So I would definitely. I would just pay. I mean, it's $10 more, but to me, it's so worth it because of what you're. I mean, whoever wants this to happen, it's a nightmare when stuff like this happens. And then to have HostGator not wanting to fix it, they're gonna have to recognize.
And every time I talk to HostGator, it seems like their customer service, they don't even know what they're talking about.
No, they don't. They're horrible. I would wait hours online on hold for them only to get nothing done. And I'm like, I just want my blog up. Can I just like log into my blog? And they can't even get it up. So horrible. Yeah, Liquid Web is where you want to go. All right, guys, I am going to call it an evening. I appreciate all of you. We will be seeing each other. Debbie, if you ever want to jump on training, you're more than welcome to. I don't know if you're going to continue with the coaching or what you want to do, but I can add you. I have another group too, and I can add you to that. So, all right, guys. You guys are all awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, thanks for showing up tonight. I'll see you guys. Have a great night.
Okay, bye.
Bye.